Hey friends, I'm back with another full face of drugstore makeup. I filmed a whole bunch of demos with this look and I really liked how the eye look turned out, so I figured I'd post this video and might as well. So this is WetnWild's My Lucky Charm palette, and to start off the look I am using the Covergirl Outlast. This was actually a demo for the foundation review that I did for the Extreme Wear foundation, so if you wanted to see that video I will link it in the card area. So I'm just using one half of the foundation and then the other half for the older Outlast formula. So if you're curious about my thoughts on that, it will be on the card area. For my concealer for this video, I'm using the WetnWild Incognito concealer. This was actually my first impression and I've already posted my review on this as well. I love this concealer. If you don't already own it, it's a very inexpensive concealer. It's only $3.99 and it's amazing. It has great coverage. I think the range is pretty good as well for this product, and the formula is really nice. It's not too hydrating and not too drying, so it's like a happy medium that I really enjoy. For my blush, contour, and highlight, I'm just using this old palette that I own from Catrice Cosmetics. It's one of my favorite. The powders are really nice and pigmented and they have pretty nice lasting power, and the colors just work perfectly with my skin tone. So I do highly recommend this one if this one is still available. For my eyebrows, I'm just using this pencil from Ulta Beauty. The color for this is a little too warm for my skin tone, but I just basically pulled one out from my collection. The pencil itself is really nice. It has a nice spoolie in the back, and the formula I do really like, but the color for this one is just a little too warm. To set my eyebrows, I'm just using the NYX brow glue on one side of my brows, and I filmed this as a demo comparing the Got To Be Glued by Schwarzkopf, the hair gel, on the other side of my brows, just to see which product would be better, since this was pretty new when I filmed this to my collection. And as far as results go, I felt like both eyebrows looked pretty much the same, and you can get a pretty large jar of the Got To Be hair glue on Amazon for like $4, so I don't think you can't go wrong with either product. They deliver the same results, but you just get more product with the Got To Be Glued. We found ourselves not by ourselves. It's been 10 years and still not there. We'll end the chase, we've won the race. We'll have our kids that we will raise, and y'all will be here with. To prime my eyes, I'm just using this Fenty Beauty eye primer, and I think this primer works really well for eyeshadows that are a little bit chunky if you're using a lot of shimmers on the eyes, especially with this one since it has a lot of shimmers, since this primer is super sticky. I'm just using that brown color as my transition shade. Actually, it wasn't really going for a look with this eye palette, but I wanted to use almost all the shades in this palette. So just blend that all over the crease just to provide the transition color.
I try to make things right. I hold you.
Next, I'm taking this blue-green color and I'm just going to take this with a small brush and apply this on half of the lid, and just make sure to blend any harsh lines.
I'm falling, yeah, it's true.
Next, I'm just going to take this gold color. It's like an antique gold, and use that as my inner color
highlight, and I'm also using the darker gold in this palette, which I didn't show in this video, but I'm using that to smudge on the lower lash line just to provide a little bit more warmth under the eyes. Next, I'm just taking this dark green color and applying it on the outer corners of the eyes. I use a patting motion just to apply the shade, and then taking a blending brush later on to make sure to have no harsh edges, and don't blend too much to make sure that it doesn't muddle all the other colors that you put on later on. Next, I'm just going to take the gold color again, and I'm going to apply this in the middle of the lid. And I think putting this color in the middle of the lid just brings so much dimension to the eyes, and I think it kind of gives this a somewhat mermaidy appeal with the gold in the middle. So I really liked how this turned out. To line my eyes, I'm just using this WetnWild Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner. I really enjoy this eyeliner. If you haven't seen my favorites video, I think for the price of this eyeliner, it rivals high-end. The formula is really nice, and I like that it has a brush tip applicator, which makes lining my eyes just super easy. To finish off this eye look, I'm just using my Maybelline Sky High mascara for my lashes.
You crash into me like waves. Never knew the value of those days. You crash into me like waves. Never knew the value of those days. I miss the way that you say my name. You're too good. I'd never heard of anything before so sweet. All the days we spent together when we fell in love were took for granted. Now I stand here 'cause I miss your love.
For my lips today, I'm using an LA Color lip liner and then topping it off with Maybelline's Ultimate Lip Color. I will list the shade on the info bar since I don't remember it off the top of my head right now, but I really like this lip color. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of like my staple every time I reach for a lip color. I love warm kind of nudie browns, which is this shade is basically the epitome of a nudie brown, which I really love. And that pretty much concludes this look. I hope you guys like this little tutorial video, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.